If you ask me about one of the most memorable experiences of my pre-sales career, I immediately recall a situation where I signed my own death warrant. It's a situation when I was caught completely off guard by one of my clients with a simple yet lethal question. This is the second episode of the Presales Coffee Break series, and in this episode I would like to share with you one of my most painful but substantial learnings as a pre-sales consultant. But first of all, let's turn back time once again and take a look at how younger me had ruined a promising deal. At that point in time, I had already sat through roughly 100 demos, so I wasn't a newbie anymore and felt rather confident with my demo skills. The client I was talking to was looking to replace their existing solution with a new product because they weren't necessarily happy with how things went. And things went really well until halfway through that demo, a lady I haven't met before raised her hand and asked a question that I had heard before multiple times. It was something like, is it possible for the idea originator to add their own keywords to an idea? And without any hesitation and with a big smile on my face, I said, of course you can. And it doesn't stop there. Even other people with access to that idea can add their own keywords to enhance that submission. I leaned back in my chair to enjoy the full moment of glory because of my great response, until suddenly I got hit completely from the blind side. This is exactly what we don't want the system to do, the lady replied to my answer. And this is also the number one reason why we are looking to replace the current system. I was speechless because I didn't expect anything like this, especially because the same response has worked 10 out of 10 times before, but this time it was my death blow. Her question was nothing but a shit test, and silly me walked right into her trap. And I didn't get a chance to recover from that blow. And when I left that meeting, I felt like a dog with his tail between his legs. This whole incident kept me thinking for quite a while. What did I do wrong, and how can I avoid getting blindsided again? Do better discovery is the obvious solution, but we don't always have the opportunity to meet all the stakeholders before the demo session. But luckily, this incident taught me 2 more valuable lessons that I'm following in each and every demo session now. Rule number 1, avoid responding to direct questions with direct answers. Instead, use clarification questions. Am I right that you want the idea originator to add their own tags? Would have been the far better response to her questions. And her feedback would have been something like, no, not at all, and with that I could have easily gotten around her booty trap. Not responding to direct questions right away can become your life insurance and has saved my life countless of times. And especially in scenarios where you are looking to replace an existing solution, this can become super helpful. But there was one more lesson for me, which you might have seen in one of my previous posts. Lesson number 2, the more you think you know, the more you should slow down. You're not supposed to become an arrogant know-it-all like I became in that situation. Instead, whenever you receive a question, take a step back and try to understand what your client and your conversation partner wants to achieve with their question. Just because you have heard this question multiple times before doesn't mean your answer applies to each and every client. Even as a senior pre-sales consultant, we can easily get trapped by a shit test like this, and therefore we have to constantly learn and adapt our solution consulting approach. To quickly summarize today's key learnings. Don't respond to direct questions with direct answers to avoid getting blindsided. Slow down, take your time, and try to understand the motivation of your discussion partner asking that question. Have you ever encountered another death trap during your demo sessions? Please share your story below in the comment section so the pre-sales community can learn and become better at what they are doing. This was the second episode of the Presales Coffee Break. If you don't want to miss any of the future episodes, please feel free to subscribe to the Presales Coffee Break hashtag. And every Wednesday I will upload a new video where I am going to share mostly fuck-ups and mistakes that I've done during my 7-year career in B2B software sales and pre-sales. Thank you very much for listening, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again next week. Take care and bye-bye.